Good morning, YouTube. This is Marco, and I am here at Lake Las Vegas at sunrise. I'm a little bit late. Wanted to get here when it was still dark and turn into, the daylight. But nonetheless, here we are. Man, that sun just looks beautiful, reflecting right off the water there. But we today are going to be taking the stroll through the community, I believe known as Montelago Village, out here in Lake Las Vegas. We're going to show you what they have going on with their different little shops, restaurants, dining. There's a great setup just inside here, and we can follow this path down to get there. I parked in I believe the Hilton parking lot today. Real close. There's a parking garage right there, making this real accessible to get to. I know there's also parking on the other side. I don't want to be advertising parking in a hotel that you're not staying at. But just for the purpose of capturing this beautiful, beautiful sunrise, I figured I'd park to the closest spot. And again, it's nice and cool in Las Vegas right now. It is about 72 degrees, I think, last time I checked. It's always nice and cool in the mornings, but before you get to noon, it's probably going to reach that max heat of 100 or whatever it is during the summer. Up here we have, it seems to be a little trail going up to a building. That might be something associated with the hotel. This beautiful landscape and scenery all around. I think this is going to be a fun YouTube video. I've been excited to film this one. Got one of those rabbits. I feel like these are definitely different rabbits than the ones in the Midwest. These have the long ears. I feel like they would be known as hares. Maybe I'm wrong, but they definitely look different. They're probably built different also to withstand the heat to some degree. And I mean, they got different predators out here with the coyotes, or what else? I've seen a vulture here one time. Not in Lake Las Vegas, but just out here. Those exist. I don't know what's chasing after those rabbits. We got the crows out. And it's a nice, beautiful trail to walk on your mornings. Maybe you got like a work call that you gotta handle. What a nice opportunity to get some fresh air as you do so. But there's a closer view at the nice bridge here. We have some boats down below. All right, and here is that area that I was telling you about, that community, wonderful community area that's right off the lake. Here's like a dock. It's and there's a path you can stay right near the water and check that out, or you can kind of head into the town here. We'll do both. Now, my camera is a little low on battery. Had a lot of filming that I did yesterday, and forgot to plug this in before today. So this might be a two-parter. Over here we have this is called Tokyo. Social home. Right across the way, and again, like, just the aesthetic here. You know, it takes me back to Italy, where I mentioned before I was fortunate to have visited about 6 or 7 times with my family, you know, before college. We got the Ristorante Pizzeria here, Luna Rossa, Ristorante Italiano. I mean, and look at the views that you could be enjoying as you're having a nice slice of pizza on your, let's say, Friday night. Today's gonna be Thursday night, actually, but you can pretty much do, you know, whatever you want out here if you have the schedule. Stay closer to the sunset here. Here's like a nice ice cream place. Bella Linda. This is a gelato spot. I will say I've been here before, and I came in here with some friends right before closing. I was that customer, unfortunately, and but didn't know their hours. And the guy working there was super kind, helped us out. As if the shop had just opened. It was great service, and it's worth noting. Not sure if that employee still works here, but I thought that was a super hospital way to service that day. Showing up at the final minute on accident. I don't think a lot of people plan on going to place at the last minute either. Just kind of how it happens. There's like a little bit. Let's just see what that bench view would be like. Pretty nice view. Over here is Mimi's and Coco Bistro. And again, nothing's going to be open right now. It's very early. I wanted to intentionally come out here very early because I know this is a busy spot. I did not want to be a guy filming in public too much with people trying to enjoy their mornings. There's one of those rabbits. Oh, I don't think I got it on camera. This business over here, and these are going to be places again that I will come to, and I will ask if they want to do something for the YouTube, if they want to put together any type of video, however they want to do it, however they think it'll best put their business out there for YouTube. That's how I want to shoot that video for them. This right here is Remo. Breakfast and lunch. You can follow them on Instagram or Facebook right there. See what they're about a little bit more. There's one of those hares, we'll say. But just, again, just enjoying your meal right by the lakeside. Maybe you have the boat there. Maybe you're just taking a nice stroll, enjoying your morning, enjoying your afternoon. There's almost no better place to do it, I feel like. You can't go wrong. Whoops. Accidentally flipped the camera. Alright, here's a water sport place. So I'm sure that there's, let's say maybe you don't own a boat, but you want to go, use a paddle board, maybe get on that pontoon boat. Who knows? Maybe there's rental opportunities. I would check these people out. Let's see. Alright, right here. Okay, so this is what their retail price list. It's not a rental. So maybe this is stuff that you can buy. There's stuff to rent. Maybe I'm just totally wrong about this. I don't know. You're going to have to follow them on Instagram and check them out. I'll probably do the same. Here's a fresh fruits and vegetables sign, gourmet coffee and pastries. We're talking about Seasons Grocery. All right, so I highly apologize. In video 1, I said, oh, you may not be able to find a grocery store out in Lake Las Vegas. I was wrong. I apologize. They're right here is Seasons Grocery. Here's their hours. Open 7 to 7. Every day of the week. Very accessible. It says right there there's no filming allowed, so I'm sure that, no unauthorized recording. So maybe if I ask, let them know what I'm up to, they'll understand and let me come film. Also, can't bring any wet stuff in. That might be, something that they're facing. Some of these businesses might be facing with residents utilizing the lake. All right, so here is the parking lot that I've utilized in the past. Oh, here's some rules inside the village. No outside food or drink. Visit our restaurants for food or beverages. No coolers or picnicking. No shade shelters. No swimwear. Only golf carts and bicycles allowed. Professional and commercial photography must have prior permission. Okay, so that I'm not professional. I'm not professional or commercial. No one's paying me to do this, so I think I'm okay there. Please contact Village Lake Las Vegas LVL@gmail.com 702-624-6718. And there's a QR code. So that's a very informational sign that I'm going to maybe contact them before I start trying to go inside any of these businesses. Over here we have Madeleine. And this is going to be the end of that one path. Here's like some parking, and it'll be important to know the street sign here. Okay, so this is okay, that is not the street sign. My apologies, YouTube. All right. Okay, this is Strada di Villigao. It's definitely not Villa Gigio, right? Villa Diao, no idea. I can't. If I have to roll my G's, I don't even know if that's a thing. I can't do that. Can't roll my R's. Don't have a lot of experience speaking foreign languages. This is also Lakefront Drive. And there looks like there's a blue Heron. This is a sign for blue Heron. I think Shoreline is the name of the property. Let's get a better view. But we've been seeing these houses from a bunch of different angles throughout this Lake Las Vegas series. So I think now we know what they're called. This might be the Shoreline by a blue Heron. We're going to check it out. Again, I am wearing, hold on, I'm wearing dress shoes right now. So I'm not doing any running in this video. Wanted to make it like a little bit of like a longer walk, slower pace, kind of enjoy the views a little bit more type of video. Here we are coming up on, this is Shoreline. And then again, it's seemingly a property owned by Blue Heron. There's the gate to enter. It's open right now because somebody just went in. But there would be the entrance to Blue Heron. You probably drive it up and live in one of those properties, or I'm sure there's many other options just past that gate at Blue Heron. Also, I think that sign might have been referring to maybe just people trying to film inside of places. Because I don't see anything too wrong with just walking the shoreline of the lake with no residents around, intentionally coming out at 5:30 in the morning to make this happen. Definitely don't want to seem inconsiderate when filming any of these things. There again is the Seasons Grocery. I'll show you a quick scan of the view here. There's the Shoreline property being advertised, waterfront homes, right? Yep, that's Blue Heron, 702-531-3000. If something in this video, really caught your eye, if you're thinking, man, I would love to live there, there's an opportunity. And right here's a sign saying this is a private lake. All guests must have a wristband issued by a Lake Las Vegas Marina representative. Trespassers will be prosecuted by law, and you can't park right here. All right, there's a couple signs stating that. All right, they probably don't want this area getting too congested with cars. Right, and then definitely adhere to any of these rules. I try to read all the rules that I see at any of these facilities, right? Just like how in the Central Park video, I'm reading the rules of the bonfire pit. Like, I'm going to try to cover all rules because, I don't want to give anybody, false information. I want people to be well informed, as is the whole point of this video series. It's making people well informed about what's out here in the suburbs of Las Vegas. That comes with the rules. Beautiful, beautiful street through the sky. Okay, so this is homeowner lake access. All right, so, you know, again, I'm not an expert. I'm figuring this stuff out as you. It seems like maybe to have the boat here, you got to have the home here as well. It seems like that might be a nice, fair combo package deal. Or maybe it's an additional type of charge. You're gonna have to talk to whoever, you know, if you're interested. Maybe it's Blue Heron themselves. You might have to call them up and talk to them to get the exact details on how that works. Some nice dining options for seating at Remo. There's their sign. And just want to take you on a little walk through the village here. All right, so these stairs are gated off, can't go up there. Here's the back of Mimi and Coco's Bistro. You can just see that sun bouncing right off that bridge. Looks like there's a hair salon here, some sort of Pariz salon hair couture. On this side, you have Pasta Lab. They're closed Monday and Tuesdays, Wednesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. They have pizza slices, beer, wine, cold drink, sandwiches. This is Sotheby's International Realty. Here. 702-360-1414. Las Vegas SIR.com. You say Belle, Peau. Sorry if I did not pronounce that right. Tuesday through Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 5. Wait, it says this facility is closed. Okay, I'll let you read the sign for yourself. Make of it what you will. I don't want to give any false information about that place. I don't know if they're open. Maybe they just have, okay. Maybe I see what it is. I think they have the studio right next door. Like a furniture store. Or maybe not, because the sign right here is saying Eugene Anthony Design Group, Interiors, 702-202-3032. And Anthony and Taylor Home Furnishing and Accessories, 702-202-0331. Not sure what they can help you out with. Here's a golf cart shop, sales, service, and rentals right next to the Once Upon a Nail Salon. And there's a sign saying that they were the 2022 Las Vegas Best of Las Vegas Gold winner. They're open Wednesdays 9 to 7 through Saturday 9 to 7 p.m. Sundays 9 to 5, and they're closed Monday and Tuesday. Then the golf cart place, they have golf carts on the outside. On this side we have Mrs. Coco. Coffee and tea. Here's the hours on the chalk here. But again, maybe this is looking like a great place where you want to come out, hang out. Maybe this looks like, man, I want to live out here. Just want to show you guys what your community would look like. Okay, here is the pub. Here's like your, you know what, I appreciate them for having the TV on. There's multiple TVs on, still on, outside at what, 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, this just creates a much better atmosphere when you're walking by and you see a TV on, even when it's this early in the morning. Nice UFC banner there. Modelo. Yeah, there's the pub. And right across from the pub is the Speakeasy. These are both like two bars that you can come out and enjoy in Lake Las Vegas, right next to each other. And then I'll be trying to contact, come in, introduce myself to these places, let them know what we're doing for the video series, and see if they want to put something together for it. Here's a sign. Let me show you the directional sign. Here's that sign. I feel bad because I didn't think that I would need permission to film outside. I don't want to be upsetting any officials of the area. Hopefully they know too that, hey, this video it's about Lake Las Vegas. I'm not looking to use Lake Las Vegas as a scenic background for my own personal, video shoot. The content is just about Lake Las Vegas. So if I didn't break any rules, hopefully there's an exception. Great landscape. Let's head back down. I think I'm going to go back to my first video and put in that little edit to where I talked about there's not, you won't find a grocery store out here. That's kind of in my mind. I don't want to give any false information out there. Now that I know better, now that I know, hey, there's a spot out here. I know you can kind of add those, like, not subtitles, but like a text box, caption, I don't know what it is, to the videos, and I can make the correction and put the name of the restaurant or the grocery store in that video. Make sure that I do them right. Here's a space available right across from the solar store. Solar store. That's an open building. Maybe you're that aspiring business owner, maybe you have a business and you're thinking about where can I relocate next. Here's an option right next door. It's a tapas, wine, jazz place, Vino, Del Lago. This might be being built still. I'm not gonna check that paper out too much, but it doesn't seem like a spot that's currently open for business. Definitely not at 6 a.m. Another open spot over here. UPS store. Let's get their hours here. There's the hours. All right, the luxury pet boutique, the perfect Paws, advertising as a luxury pet boutique. Very cool. And this is the hotel. Beautiful hotel. There's two hotels. There's the Hilton, which is where I'm at right now. And then there's another one in like Las Vegas, but it's a great option. Let's say you live in the area, you got friends coming to town, maybe get a room at the Hilton here in Lake Las Vegas. I told the story before, when the Super Bowl was in town, I heard that these two hotels in Lake Las Vegas are where the team stayed at, a little bit farther away from the, what some might say, are distractions of Las Vegas. This is just screaming fantastic photo shoot right here. You got that. Whoops. You got that canopy that I'm sure lights up at night. You got the fountain. You have kind of the view of the lake in the background there. There's the sun. We got a map over here I'll check out. That's the trail I was walking down before. All right, here's the map, the directory. Village at Lake Las Vegas. There we are. And okay, we saw that place in video 1 or 2, I think. The bridge is called Ponte. I'm not even gonna try. My grandma would be so disappointed that I don't know some of these probably basic words in Italian. Hilton, grassy knoll. Didn't see that, I don't think. Perfect Paws, UPS store, The Speakeasy, Soul Up. Didn't find that on this trip today. Timeless Moments, Sonrisa Grill, the Hair Salon, Pariz Hair Salon next to the Once Upon a Nail Salon, Golf Cart Rentals, the Pub, Vieri Private Residences, Mrs. Coco, Eugene Anthony Design Groups, we saw them, Belle, Laser and Aesthetics, Las Vegas, Sotheby's. Now again, we'll be back. I'm realizing somebody's place I did not see in this video. This camera is close to dying. I'm on 3%, but there's more to film. I'll be back here, right? Hopefully I get some businesses that are down to have me come in and show YouTube who they are, what they do, and where they're at. Hopefully I can get to come back maybe at a night view when it's later at night and show you how this area looks. But I want to make sure that I cover everything here. And I know that, you know, there's some stuff that was probably missed in today's video. But it was still a good, close to 40-minute video. Alright, we have Floating Stage, Bella Linda, there's the gelato place, Mimi and Coco, the Remo, Lake Las Vegas Water Sports, Seasons Grocery and Deli, Madeleine Designer Consignment Shop. So it seems like I might have just missed a few. Covered a good amount here today. Let me, okay, grass area is closed. Let's see. All right, this might be the, man, this camera's about to die. All right, I'm gonna actually just make the quick jog and see if I can capture this view right before this camera dies. It's at 1%. Let's scan this. This looks nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Camera's close to dying though, so I gotta go. And let's check this view out. Beautiful. This is what it's all about, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Appreciate you all. Everybody, best of luck, health, and happiness.